The Assembly of First Nations of Quebec and Labrador has filed an application for a judicial review of the First Nations Control of First Nations Education Act. While the MCK supports the move in principle, Education Portfolio Chief Rhonda Kirby felt that the action leaves too many questions unanswered for Kahnawà to sign the resolution okaying the plan. That plan was presented at an AFNQL Special Assembly.
19 communities have signed on to date. Kahnawà isn't one of them. We do support the resolution in principle, although we have our concerns because it doesn't give First Nations communities the final decision making for their communities. Kahnawà has a fabulous working group who is looking at other alternatives, but nothing really was set in motion last night.
Is there any way to get out of this if it doesn't seem to be, if there's some reconsideration, for example?
I don't think so. I mean, if it goes to judicial review and it fails, it fails. It is very serious, and I'm not really sure if all of the First Nations that were in attendance last night are really aware of what the outcome could be. What they're proposing today, what they're submitting, it's based on the original FNEA. So now that it's changed, will that change the course of this judicial review? Because it's a new product now that we're looking at, and what was, I think what is being put forward is based on the FNEA.
So the Mohawk Council of Kahnawà is not pleased with the movement toward the judicial review. As Chief Kirby said, they're actually in principle in agreement, but there are far too many questions that are not answered. The MCK is also looking at writing a letter to Sean Atleo talking about the consultation process, which Mohawk Council feels did not happen with the individual communities in terms of the First Nations Education Act and what now has become the First Nations Control of First Nations Education Act. All in all, this education problem will continue, and the MCK, along with the Education Working Group here in Kahnawà and the Combined Schools Committee and everybody else, still has plenty of work to do, so we'll keep you informed every step of the way.